what is the significance of all of these things you're doing about responsible investment in Liberia?
Responsible investment is the key driver that is needed to achieve the sustainable development goals in Liberia and globally. The agri-food sectors have been identified as one of the 10 key priority sectors to finance the achievement of the SDGs by 2030. What we do know, however, is that not all investments are equally beneficial, and some of them may have significant risks for communities, for consumers, for the planet. So what we do need to do is to move towards a triple performance approach of investments that generates returns for the investor, for the people, and for the planet. Responsible investment, however, does not occur in a vacuum. We know that it takes a strong enabling environment, the right institutional, policy, legal, incentive frameworks to make sure that these investments actually materialize and that they generate positive outcomes. Now, one particularly important aspect in this regard is investment and investor screening prior to the approval of an investment project. And this is so important because most of the risks that an investment can have can be detected at the outset before any decision about the investment itself is being made. It is cost efficient to carry out the screening at this process to determine what investments we want, what investments we do not want, and where rectifications should be made, and therefore avoid costly adjustments that would have to be made further down the line if these decisions had not been taken prior to approval.
So you've been supporting the process in Liberia. What are the processes you've been supporting them?
We have been through a process working with policymakers, technicians, parliamentarians since 2019. We went through a series of capacity development interventions, learning programs with that group of committed change agents that worked with us in defining their own agenda for change in Liberia. And in 2021, when we have been through the first 2 cycles of capacity development interventions, they identified the need to mainstream the responsible investment in agriculture and food systems principles into all the existing policies and processes. One of the first actions that we identified working with the National Investment Commission was to help revise the screening policy and process that was back then in place. We carried out a baseline assessment together with the National Investment Commission and the Columbia Center on Sustainable Investment, and based on that developed a new blended learning program that we delivered to all the members of the RAI multi-stakeholder platform in 2022, and they, with our technical assistance, developed a new screening tool that contains 2 parts, 1 questionnaire and 1 traffic light system that classifies investments into low risk profiles, green type investments that require adjustments or clarification that are amber, and those where the NIC should not proceed that are red. So this tool was developed by the RAI multi-stakeholder platform, and we are looking forward as FAO to support the NIC and the government of Liberia more broadly to piloting, rolling out, and incorporating the tool.
Finally, has FAO been able in all of these processes, would you say, to achieve what they want to achieve?
I think we even went beyond what we wanted to achieve, because the objective of this project, which has been funded by the Federal Republic of Germany, was to push the policymakers and technical government officials through a process of learning and then organize 1 multi-stakeholder dialogue. Now, through that process, we figured out that we really managed to work with a group of committed change agents that were willing to move beyond this target of policy dialogue and to actually initiate the process of policy transformation. In this regard, I would like to highlight that we started this work in 2019, 2020. We started small, now we're slowly upscaling. This day we had a high-level engagement event. We had the presence of several ministers, senior-level policymakers that are positive towards this process of incorporating the tool. So from my very own expectations, I think we have exceeded them, and thanks also to FAO Liberia that has been the driving force behind this process.
Thank you.
Thank you.